This is Ray Ray. What the hell is going on? We've heard a miss of gunshots, and I swore that weren't thunder earlier, but a couple of explosions. Boomer's all riled up and won't settle down. Is this more than Peggy's bullshit? How much are we gonna stand for? Anyway, call me back when you can, and take care of yourself.
Hey, Henry. I'm at the edge of the wood near where you spotted the fire sign. I don't know what that showboater was doing buzzing the treetops, but the sky is now clear of air traffic. That smoke plume is pretty thick, but I need a closer look. What I can't figure out is what all these Peggies are doing out here. There's a whole bunch of them in the woods, calling out like they're looking for someone. I don't know if they're involved, but they seem pretty crusty and... Holy hell! A pickup just drove by like nobody's business, and the Peggies in the back were all carrying rifles and shotguns. I'm gonna... Holy shit!
Hey, Lance. I'm not sure what to advise. The Seeds don't have any claim to the property. The station is built on federal land after all. But if their people are traipsing around the area and, what did you say, taking measurements and such? Anyway, those folks from Eden's Gate could potentially be charged with trespassing. I know they're kind of weird and unsociable, but I think if you give them a harsh word and a hard stare, they'll back off. I mean, how dangerous are these nut jobs gonna be?
Man, Karen, fuck, I hope you hear this. You gotta run. John's people have gone crazy, screaming about broken seals and then something collapsing. They're all over the whole goddamn valley, and they're headed your way. You gotta get the fuck out of Dodge, okay? You run right the fuck now.
Doug? Debbie? It's your attorney. Listen, I don't know where this John Seed guy went to law school, but he's got us. He got you coming and going. At this rate, if you don't sell the orchard to John Seed, you're going to be out in your ass. This way... Well, this way you're going to keep your dignity, you know? I know it's a bitter pill to swallow, and it's going to feel like a loss. A theft, even. But at this point, with this guy, maybe you should just play it safe. Sorry again. And, you'll get my bill in the mail.
You killed John Seed for us. Thank you.
Hello, this is... God damn it, Junior, this thing even recording?
Yeah, it's on. You're doing a great job, Daddy.
I know I'm doing great. You come from my goddamn gonads, son. I don't ever need your opinion on how I'm doing. Hello, I'm Hurt Drubman Sr. I'm a veteran, small business owner, a loving father, and I'm running for state senate. I care deeply for Montana, which is why I can no longer sit back while this state and this country are turned into Canada by godless, gunless hippies who will not rest until democracy is dead and we're all licking ketchup chips. These syrup-sucking socialists sneak into our country with 300 different gender pronouns and take our high-paying jobs in entertainment and hockey. They don't care about our way of life. They want to take our guns, spread their liberal agenda, and give our daughters free abortions. If elected, I'll put a stop to these make-believe menaces to the north. I will make sure our healthcare is more expensive than ever. I'll remove French courses from our schools, and I will require all Montanans who were born in Canada or share their politics to be deported or shipped to California. Finally, I'll push for more strict immigration laws and build a 700-foot-tall ice wall on our border, which I'll slowly move 1 inch north every year until Canada is American again. Make no mistake, if you're Canadian, or that dirty liberal Judge Andy Walker who ruled against me and let my gold-digging ex-wife and my fortune divorce, your days are numbered. I'm Hurt Drummond Sr., and I approve this goddamn message.
Like this? Well, you know what the fuck I mean. I feel like I was meant for this.
Work at the rail yard can't stop. The metal we're reaping from this place is gonna be vital for our survival. We gotta keep it up for John. There's time to rest when we're cozy and, most importantly, secured against the collapse. Underground.
Hi. This is Nick. Nick Rye. I wanted to leave a message for the doc or the midwife lady. I was talking to a buddy of mine, Zip Kupka. He said that the CDC or the CIA, they make a pill that my wife can take that makes sure that our baby comes out a boy. Do you know anything about that? If you do, can you call me back?
Grace, you there? Pick up! Oh! You hear this? You get the hell out of there, you understand? Peggies are hunting people just like you. People they know can handle a gun. They come in the middle of the night and burn their homes to the ground. I know you want to stand up to them. Please, I'm begging you. Don't! You need to run! God, I hope you get this in time.
Dr. Parker, this is Daniel McCoy from NASA. Let me start off by saying that this isn't something we normally do, but given the bizarre nature and frequency of your phone calls and emails, I am personally reaching out to ask you to stop fishing for updates on the current Mars situation. Since you made us aware of the microwave anomalies, we've allocated enough resources to monitor the situation. Mars is stable and not on the verge of exploding. If this changes, I promise I will contact you. Thank you, and goodbye.
Chandra, I'm begging you. They flipped our lives upside down so bad I don't recognize any bit of it anymore. Including you. I respected your choice when you joined, of course I did, but it's changed you. I admit that I got a bit dramatic about having to give up my car and my TV and shit like that. None of it mattered until I realized I couldn't keep you. Selling was the right thing to do.
Some days the deer just
But they took
walk
more than
with you.
Sunrise. They took you too. I know it won't work because... Well, I know you're a stubborn ass, but please, Chandra, come back.
Hey, about this place, things ain't been right. You're putting shit in the fertilizer. Well, obviously, but that's not what I mean. Like chemicals, and these bald creeps with like lesions on their faces. Worst part is, if you look at their eyes too long, they look kind of familiar. All I know is I'm not gonna wait until they take me into the back room and I fucking disappear. I'll fucking quit. And you should too. Money ain't worth the creepy feeling up my spine.
I don't have the words to express how grateful we are.
Hey partner, it's me. Listen up. Zip came by again last night, foaming at the freaking mouth about Eden's Gate. How they're tainting all the animals with something called bliss or some such. I don't know. Look, I know the guy used to work for you back in the day, but he's gone AWOL with all the conspiracies. He just won't quit. Wants us to refuse the seeds and cut the animals loose. Says it's the only way to stop the globalist agenda. Yeah, right. Like we're gonna pass up the kind of cash the seeds are offering? Look, if he comes by again and I'm not around, just lie. Tell him exactly what he wants to hear and send him on his way. Don't let him get in your head.
Anything with horns.
Honey, it's me. Are you with the kids? Listen, I just met up with John Seed about our farm. Told him about how, you know, we talked it over and that while the offer was generous, we were gonna pass. And, I don't know. It went south. He said we'd all been marked. Then he said he'd huff and he'd puff and he'd blow our house down. I don't know what got into him. It's like he flipped a switch. All I know is it gave me the chills. We should talk to Pastor Jerome. He's had a few run-ins with the seeds. I'm home in 20.
Zip, this is Zip. I'm calling you in case they get to you. Most people think you're crazy, but you're not. You're not one of these crazy conspiracy theory guys screaming about Bigfoots, flat earths, and fake moon landings. You're not some sad, lonely guy who lives such a boring life you need to make up a fantastical reality. You don't deal in conspiracy theory. You deal in conspiracy fact. Everything you say is the God's to honest truth with actual evidence to support it. Which is why, when you say Eden's Gate is a clandestine plot of the globalist cabal of demonic interdimensional goblin vampires to erode the belief in Christianity and God to usher in the apocalypse, you know it's the truth, Zip. You know this is who you really are.
Ladies, this is Pop. I'm about to do something that's either real smart or real stupid. Hell, it might be both at the same time. I got John Seed on the ropes, so I'm going for broke. I got it.
Stuff at it all the time.
If this is the last time you hear from me, I want you all to promise me 3 things. You won't join the cult, you won't close the Spread Eagle, and if it's still rolling, don't let him take the Widowmaker. I love you all. And I'll either see you in heaven or in a couple hours. Hey, old pal.
Daniel, it's Bird. Haven't heard from you in a bit. Hope nothing bad's happened. Anyhow, this is me saying goodbye. Wife and I are heading south, like we talked about. Small desert valley. Not much for us there except some solitude. It ain't perfection, but hell, sometimes I'm cutting your losses. You watch your back, you hear? Bugs me knowing you're cooped up in that dog shit county. Purper like you, that's not where you want to be. But I know why you hung around. Admire you helping the people out. I'd have done the same. But it ain't just me I gotta worry about. So long, buddy.
Kim, Nick, I can't stand the notion of sticking my nose where it ain't welcome, but I gotta speak up. I never liked them Eden's Gate people, and I know you never have either. But the time to leave well enough alone may be coming to an end. You got a family to think about, little baby on the way. I know you got a life here and all, but me and mine are gonna leave before this gets ugly. I heard a rumor the law are getting involved, and I don't want to be here when they do. You have a plane, folks. Pack yourselves in, fly away. While you can. Well, that's my piece. God bless you.
Can't believe we're down using motor oil instead of proper gun.
We should have known Joseph's clowns weren't afraid of guns. They got a fixation on our beef, and I don't imagine they'll lose interest anytime soon. Hate to say it, but flashing in the mouth of our shotgun might not be enough. Next time he shows up, we might have to reconcile with blowing him the hell away.